The stadium's so big, you can easily spot it flying in to Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This ball teed up,
Yo, what up, what up, what up, YouTube? Back again with another video. This video, I'm just kind of just taking a look at Madden, understanding why this 25 just became an issue. I mean, we noticed a lot of problems with the defense during the beta, but it just seems like as the season went on, it just progressively got worse. So, this game right here is just kind of highlighting some of the stuff that just gets frustrated for everybody playing the game. Um, I complain about pass rush all the time. The fact that you need to have superstars on your line to create this type of pass rush like you see here. I mean, I like it, the fact that it's there, but you have players like a Montez Sweat that's still capable of doing the same thing, but because he doesn't have any type of ability, he generates zero pressure. So it's like during games, I can't really use him. He doesn't really help the team. And being that this guy has two superstars on his team, for most of this game he was rushing either like two rushers or three rushers, and just decided to play coverage more than anything. So you see here he's rushing three or he's rushing two, and I don't blame him. If you rush four, you're technically not really gonna get any pressure because of how slow the linemen are. Even if they break the line, it takes so long to get to the quarterback that the quarterback can just keep drifting. You can drift on your throw stance and evade the rush, or just run backwards and throw the ball away. So, like, they really needed to fix the way. More, I think they say they are, because they're introducing, like, I guess, rule player like speed, quote unquote. So if you're a 4-2, you run a 4-2, you run your appropriate speed within the game. So maybe some of these linemen can get to the quarterback, because sitting in the pocket all day to throw the ball is, you just leaves the defense in a spot where they really can't do anything. Unless you find one of those glitchy blitz that everybody runs right now. But watching the line play and your quarterback drifts back and there's zero pressure that they feel in the pocket to throw the ball, everybody is a superstar quarterback. This year, that is. So even if I can, like, navigate my way downfield, my opponent gets the ball and there's nothing my line can do. Look at this. I mean, I get that he's rushing two, but that's technically the game if you rush four as well. You can just sit in the pocket all day and wait for somebody to get open, like literally all day. So what would be the point of, like, reading formations, reading, like, creating like routes, high low, different type of mills concepts or whatnot that you have in football, when you can just sit in the pocket all day to throw the ball. So it's like, it just becomes like a real issue that I see. Look at my guy get lifted off the ground here. So, I mean, this play coming up next, one of the throws or interception. You allowing yourself to make, like, certain mistakes. Is this the play right here? Might be the play coming up here. Let me see. No, this is not it. I mean, same thing. He's just playing like everybody in coverage. So the next one that I do here is it's a pass that I should have just waited. If I waited for more on the left to come all the way across the middle of the field, I would have got a touchdown. But I don't know why I threw it too early. In my head, I'm always thinking time, throw. But he's only rushing two, so I could have had all day to wait for him across the middle of the field, and I would have had a touchdown. So, that's a mistake on me. And that's the thing too, is like, you make a mistake like that, and you think, like, all right, I'll come back, but you can't even really come back and fix it because the time. There's 4-minute quarters with the time runoff. They have to change that too. There's no point, like, going playing these games where you only have one position per game. It's getting ridiculous. So I'm on defense here, and same thing like I was saying. You can drop back all day in your stance, and you really don't have to worry about the rush getting to you to make passes. He had a touchdown all the way upfield, but he missed because he was going to the deep post. So I'm just gonna anytime he goes to pass, I'll just show what my line is doing. Like, there's zero threat for them. I don't have any stars. So you can do whatever you want to do. I can try to stop the run best as I can, but I think the lack of pass rush this year just hinders the game. He ran this play so many times. I don't know why he didn't key off on the guy he just set in motion. He technically runs him on an out route every time I see three bunch, and he sends the running back out. Usually runs him on an out route. And yeah, it's a lot of things. Defense moves slow, flat zones, quarter flats, they don't work. So even though you have somebody out in the flats, people go out in the flats all day and catch the pass. I guess they're saying they're introducing, more aggressive zones next year. Hopefully it works. It's just, I don't know. It's just
Back-to-back carries here.
I don't know why they can't get pass rush right. I don't know if it has to do with the blitz people come up with to make them tone it down every year, but I remember during the beta, it felt chaotic when you were in the pocket to throw the ball. But as time went on, it just seems like that chaos kind of like chilled out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Tight end in motion left.
It's like make it like a standard through the game where you can rush four and you give the quarterback a certain amount of time to get rid of the ball instead of just sitting there for like 10 seconds at a time. Make it like 4 seconds. I don't know, 3 seconds, something. But that should be like a standard threshold for them for the rush to come in. Because then it's like everybody has to resort to the same blitz just to get pressure. You know, it's just kind of it just gets ridiculous. Like I said, he's still running quarters here, and he has all these guys playing deep with just rushing it on 1 or 2 receivers. So I just stemmed more over there to the left, just waiting for him to come back. So I mean, on his offensive line, he's not really rushing me per se because he's just playing 2-man or 3 on the line rushing against me. So I have all day to throw the ball. As you see again, he's doing it again. So I run the same thing again, just on a deeper comeback. Get the field goal before halftime. So you know you go in to play the game and you're thinking you're gonna have like a good competitive game, and this is what you want. Once I get into the game, I'm like, oh man, my line is doing the line thing again, where you can't get any pressure on the quarterback. Stuff gets tiring, man. I think it gets tiring because you can just watch the offense just move the ball upfield with ease because the quarterback has zero fear that he's gonna get sacked. And then even if somebody does get through the line, all the quarterback has to do is run backwards. Just run backwards and throw the ball out of bounds. So you like the quarterback just never gets sacked. Like if you pay attention to that, every single time somebody gets through the line, they just take the ball and just sprint backwards and throw the ball out of bounds. So when has the quarterback ever had a chance to get sacked? You know what I mean? Like there is no like chaos on the line for the quarterback for this year. So I'm waiting to see. I'm not really. I don't know. This year, man, I'm really not excited this year, to be honest with you, because I don't know what we're gonna get. I'm not impressed with the quarters for one thing. The time, the 4 minute quarters with the time the clock run off. If they're gonna fix it this year, I don't know. Nobody said anything about it. It seems like I don't know. I just haven't seen anybody complain about it. That's a huge thing for me because it limits the amount of possessions you have each half to like one based on how well you know the way everybody's running the offense right now with no pressure on the quarterback. You can take literally a whole. I had a whole quarter to run my first drive. He just had a whole quarter in the third quarter to run the whole drive right now. So that's one possession per half because you can't generate a lot of pressure. This is regs we're talking about. I'm not talking about if you play mud where you can like stack your line with with ability players to get to the quarterback. I'm highlighting my safety here, not taking the tight end coming his way, and just giving up that space there. Just little frustrations that I have sometimes. You're playing quarters. He's supposed to take the guy coming deep his way, and he just keeps drifting. Yeah. Like on offense, I can create routes to get my guys open based on what he's playing on defense, but I just know on the other hand, my opponent's not going to be doing that because I can't get any pressure to the quarterback. You know what I mean? So it just creates this game where it's just you're just sitting there on defense hoping something happens. I can't effectively change the game to my advantage because the team I have don't have abilities on the line. Although I know I do have Montez Sweat, I can generate pressure, but because he doesn't have ability, he doesn't do anything. He's just on the field not doing anything, literally. So like I said, those are the changes I'm looking for, and I don't care about the beta because when we got in the beta last year, they passed it during when the actual release game came out. Right here, he's playing quarters deep, so the slot receiver on the left, I'm going to use it to pull that safety that's in the slot, pull him to the sideline so I can hit my tight end. It's just a basic concept for quarters because I'm just isolating the tight end with the safety on top. So just one-on-one with the safety, and I'm running the in route. You know what I mean? Like, I can do that stuff on my end, but my opponent's like, that's how you can tell when you play online. All right, who knows what they're doing on offense? Who's not running like glitchy plays to get around and just who's playing football basically quarters, like who's playing football basically. So because all the stuff that's been happening all game here, I was like, you know what? once he ran this play right here, in my slot, my quarter flats didn't get to the flats like it's supposed to. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna blitz. I'm gonna just send 7 guys because I'm getting tired of sitting back there and just watching him just basically chop me upfield with this out route over here on the left. So I just started just sending blitz, and I guess maybe Dak doesn't have a good presence throwing under pressure, so that's a lofted ball, and that's it. This is just straight up man blitz, kind of like what everybody does now. Just to create some type of chaos for the quarterback to make a quick decision. Because rushing 4 doesn't do it. It's a safe pocket when you run 4, and it just gets kind of like, it just gets ridiculous. That you have to resort to tactics like this to win, and you get a win this way. I'm not excited about it. It's like, okay, all right, that because that pass could have been completed. And so the defense really doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not affecting the game. I don't think I'm affecting the game the way I would like to affect the game on defense. It's like, just come out here, run 7 guys against the quarterback, and pray something happens. You know what I mean? This is not defense. Yeah, okay, you stop them, but to me, I don't feel like fulfilled playing defense this way. It's like you had to resort to normal tactics that everybody used just to get a win, which is crazy. So yeah, I mean, this is just one of the many, many reasons why I'm not playing this game right now, because it's not a fun game to play. So, but we'll see what 26 comes with, man. And until next time, fellas, as usual, I'll talk to y'all later. All right, one.